patreon.com/AskReddit by Ghost TTS. If you get offered 1 million USD, but every time you spend it, you sneeze for every dollar you spend, will you take it? Why or why not? Sure. Just use it for small purchases. Sneeze 30 times a day, save 10k a year. As someone who's allergic to every different type of plant, tree, moss, and animal, only 30 sneezes a day, hell yeah. Yes, because it is $1 million, and I am broke. I don't have to spend it all at once, but I will have one long day when I buy a car. Edit, maybe I could work out a small daily payment. Then, you're paying a lot more in the long run. Interest is a B. Set up a 3-year loan and pay $10 toward the loan a day. That's $300 a month with only 10 sneezes a day, and once you pay more than your monthly payment, the extra should start to apply to the principal. Hell yeah, don't spend it on big stuff like my rent, just the little things that add up and slowly empty my bank account. 35 sneezes, totally worth a tank of gas, exactly. A cup of coffee, a beer, etc. A few small things, every day is nothing to sneeze at. Ha ha ha. Pollen season round 2. I'm ready. This is the final boss, as people with allergies have been preparing for. Get your tissues. Someone with allergies, you guys, are getting paid, right? If I'm going to be sneezing 15 times in a row, give me something for it. 15 bucks, nothing to sneeze at. What counts as spending it, I would put it in a savings account, and only spend the money I earn from its interest. Very smart move. One little Timmy planned ahead. He grinned to think it through. He smiled and softly sighed and said, I know just what to do. I'll choose to go invest the dough. I'll store it, said the boy. I'll put it into savings, bro, exclaimed the lad with joy. And then, I'll simply skim the fat, he said with hope and pride. Alas, it didn't work like that. And Timmy died. I would do it, but not when I am on my period. Hope that explains itself. With the way I sneeze, note, I have extremely loud sneezes. They can be a bit painful at times. There have been times when I have sneezed 3 times in a row, and that was bad enough. Plus they usually scare the crap out of anyone unfortunate enough to be next to me when it happens, although I like someone else's suggestion of only spending the money from the interest, and not the actual money. I would do that. I would put it in an investment account to go all while taking out loans for business opportunities they can now trust me with. This money is not the original million, therefore I don't sneeze. I become fairly wealthy and live out my days. When I die, I donate everything in the original investment account, spread it out in charities all over the world. I'm guessing a couple things might happen. 1. Anyone who spends these now millions will sneeze, starting a weird phenomenon around the world. 2. Every time someone spends the money, my dead body sneezes. Maybe it just freaks people TF out. Maybe it brings me back to life. I'd take it. I already have hay fever, and I'm sure I sneeze more than 1 million times a week, and I could just take my tablets, so it'll just be another week for me. But I'm rich. I'm sure I sneeze more than 1 million times a week, assuming each sneeze takes 1 second on average. 1 million sneezes would take over 11.5 full days. So, it looks like, not only did you get $1 million out of this deal, but you also already had time dilation powers, and can make 11 days worth of activity fit into 1 week. Lucky. Yes, I will sneeze around people and become the most blessed person on earth. Yes, because I would exchange it into Bitcoin. Notice how I said, I'm not spending it on Bitcoin, and then just exchange the Bitcoin back into non-sneeze dollars, stating it as part of income for a cash business I run, like a laundromat, so that I don't go to jail for income tax evasion or for getting funny money. Now that I have my sneeze money exchanged for non-sneeze money, I would invest the remaining money into stocks and bonds that I would hold for 20 years and use to provide for my retirement, which would be in another 10 years. Compound interest is a wonderful thing. Yes. I don't care that I will be sneezing, and it could probably piss my friends off, and the cashier. I could always put it in a savings account too. Yeah. For 2 reasons. 1, sneezes don't bother me that much. They never hurt, and I feel better afterwards. Plus it's not for the rest of my life, it'd just be a few hours taken out of a day. 2, I would use it to help my boyfriend's family. They're close to being in poverty, everyone including their own family are treating them like garbage, and they've helped me so much during my time of being flat broke and homeless. They mean so much to me, and I would rather have them with the money, instead of me. If you are still watching, and have made it to this point, you are a unicorn, with magic powers. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, and click the bell. Once all steps are done, I will give you a free lifetime supply of Sonic the Hedgehog cake. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, friend.